What's going on, everybody? You have Tone here, back with some more Draft League content, this time bringing you guys my team builder and battle for week number 2 of Season 7 of the YCL, where this week we are taking on Tinygambitking, the coach of the Nova Scotia Scythers. Be sure to check him out, his links will be in the description down below, as well as all the other coaches taking part in YCL Season number 7. So, if you guys missed my week 1 battle, we faced off against Fenthune. If you don't want any spoilers, you can rewatch the video, which will also be, there will also be a playlist in the description, so you can be sure to follow along with all the battles that I take part in for the season of the YCL. But if you don't want spoilers, in 3, 2, 1, we ended up taking a very narrow 1-0 loss in that game, which is not the way I wanted to start out the season, considering I feel very comfortable with the team I did end up drafting. But it's only week 1. We still have 8 more weeks to go before the regular season is over, so there's plenty of time to turn things around and get back on a winning note and hopefully pick up my first W in Generation 9. So without further ado, let's jump right into the matchups. Like I said, we're taking on Tinygambitking, and his team is fairly offensive, well, to say the least. It is also fairly fast, considering his slowest Pokemon is base 82 speed, being that Tatsugiri. His Tera captains are Arcanine and Sawsbuck, so thankfully I don't have to worry about a potential Tera Lucario, although I don't think Lucario is allowed to terrestrialize, even if it could. I could be wrong in that sense. But regardless, his team is very offensive, very straightforward, I want to say, considering the roles he ended up picking up for his team. He has his speed and the Iron Bundle. He has his Stealth Rocker or Lone Hazard Setter on the team, being the Garchomp, and just a bunch of like hard-hitting offensive threats. The other thing to take into account is the fact that his team is fairly physical for the most part, with the exclusion of Iron Bundle and Tatsugiri, and I guess to a lesser extent maybe a special attacking Skuntank or Nasty Plot Lucario, or even a mixed Garchomp, most of his team just looks physical, just from a glance. But at the same time though, his team does, while it looks fairly one-dimensional, it is fairly, the objective for what he ended up drafting was very, very straightforward. He has his breakers, he has his setup mons, he has his speed, he has his hazards, and he has his removal if needed. So, in order to counteract that, I had to be a bit more, I don't want to say passive, because I really can't be passive against a team that's this offensive, especially considering the threats he could bring against me. So for the most part, I'm expecting the Iron Bundle, the Garchomp, it's its lone, like I said, it's its only hazard setter. The Arcanine is probably the one thing I am definitely going to be a little bit concerned about, considering the fact that, like I said, it is one of his Tera captains, and the Tera, if he brings the Arcanine, which I'm expecting it to be Tera Fairy. On top of that, it also gets access to Flash Fire, which would nullify my Volcarona. So I have to keep in mind the fact that why I say like Tera Fairy with Flash Fire, it's very, very bad for me, because in essence of what happened last week facing off against the Skeletors, the Arcanine is more or less in the same vein without the worrying about unaware or whatever. But I'm still limited in some way, shape, or form with my Volcarona. And on top of that, with Tera Fairy, he can still check my, he can still handle my Roaring Moon, he can handle my Great Tusk, my Goldango, stuff like that. So it's very, very tricky, but I feel confident enough with the team that I ended up building for this matchup. So to jump right into the team I did end up building for this week, first off, we have the Choice Scarf Gardevoir. So yeah, this is my general speed control, and like I said, this takes advantage of the fact of being able to outspeed all of this offensive mons that aren't Choice Scarf, as well as the Iron Bundle if it's not like Booster Energy with a speed boost. But this is just a very straightforward Revenge Killer set. Moonblast is the move I mainly want to click in this matchup, especially considering if the Arcanine has already terrestrialized, I can freely spam Moonblast so long it's the Arcanine it's not terrestrialized into a type that resists Fairy. Other than that though, everything else is pretty straightforward. Psychic is basically just there for dual stab. If I see Skuntank, I won't really click it. I'll be trying to spam Moonblast as much as possible in this matchup. Thunderbolt is basically there to guarantee get the OHKO on Iron Bundle, nothing else, as Moonblast and Psychic, even with modest nature, doesn't OHKO Iron Bundle despite the low special defense Iron Bundle has. Considering the matchup, under Iron Bundle can run a lot of HP investment. Considering my fastest Pokemon is Roaring Moon, he only needs to outspeed that. And this Gardevoir is speed creeping Iron Bundle, speed creeping a max speed Roaring Moon. And then Healing Wish is basically just there to get one of my Mons back up to full health. Very straightforward and to the point is this Gardevoir set, nothing really spectacular else to talk about. Next up though is a little bit of an interesting set here. It's a very straightforward, it's Roaring Moon, yes, but as you see we are packing Loaded Dice and Scale Shot. So this is one of my other forms of speed control in this matchup, and considering it's the only Pokemon at the moment who currently gets access to Scale Shot, barring Pokemon Home, I wanted to have a little bit of fun, if possible, with this matchup, and I pretty much wanted the damage and the added speed boost that comes with it. Granted, I do have to be a bit more cautious when it comes to clicking Scale Shot in the face of him having some priority users being the Extreme Speed Lucario and the Arcanine, and I guess to a lesser extent the Mimikyu, but if I'm in range of dropping to a -2 Shadow Sneak at -1, then he can go for that, or even like Sucker Punch from the Skuntank, whatever. But yeah, as you can see, I'm also Adamant Nature, so I am disregarding the Scyther with my speed creep, more so due to the fact that it's less so that I'm not expecting the Scyther to come, it's more so if he does bring it, I don't expect it to be Scarf. And even so, I feel like if he does bring the Scyther, I still have a good switch in to that in my Goldango. So yeah, this is only outspeeding Garchomp. After a speed boost, even Scarf Garchomp, I outspeed that, and the Scale Shot is just there to do a crap ton of damage. Loaded Dice is just basically to ensure I at the very least get 4 hits with Loaded Dice, and if the Lucario is not HP invested, if I get, I believe, some prior chip, then 4 hits from Loaded Dice Scale Shot will 2 a KO Lucario. But other than that though, everything else is straightforward. Crunch is the main other move I want to click after my Scale Shot, because like I said, I am expecting the Arcanine to be Tera Fairy, and Iron Head is also there to ensure that I have a means of hitting Tera Fairy Arcanine if it does already Terrasilize, as well as a way of hitting the Mimikyu harder than Crunch, and then U-Turn's basically there for momentum. So I will be keeping this in the back, the Scale Shot in the back, as this also gives me, like I said, this is my main response to Mimikyu offensively, as well as my main speed control in one of my speed controls in this matchup. So that is the Roaring Moon. Next up we have the main win con in this battle, and that is my Volcarona, which is pretty much the exact same set. The only difference between this set and the one from last week is this time I am Tera Dragon, and basically with this team, outside of Arcanine Terrasilizing into a Fairy type, look at Fiery Dance, Tera Dragon, look at his team. He doesn't have the best switch-ins to Fire plus Dragon. This is basically pseudo Mega Charizard X on the special side. And then, of course, Quiver Dance for boosting and Morning Sun for recovery. This is a very straightforward Volcarona set, max HP for the added bulk, with enough speed to guarantee outspeed Iron Bundle, and the rest is thrown to special attack. This is the main win con of this match, and more so, I need to ensure that the Arcanine is taken care of, because like I said, if he's Tera Fairy and he's Flash Fire on Arcanine, it hard walls this Volcarona to hell and back. I cannot do anything with this Volk, so I have to be very, very cautious with that. Next up, we do have my Great Tusk with Earthquake, Ice Spinner, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Rock. This is my hazard setter, and basically this is my means of being a check to most of his physical attackers not named Staraptor, or even to a lesser extent the Scyther. In the same vein that Volcarona had Fire plus Dragon, Earthquake plus, look at his team, and you look at Earthquake plus Ice Spinner, he doesn't have a safe switch into that either, unless he Terrasilizes the Arcanine already into a Fairy type. And even with that being said, the Great Arcanine will still take a good chunk of damage from the Earthquake, especially if it's offensive in nature. Ice Spinner is there for the Garchomp as also a means of hitting the Staraptor and the Scythers super effectively. Rapid Spin to get rid of hazards, and Stealth Rock, of course, to set up my own. Protective Pads is there to ensure I have a way of not taking Rough Skin or Rocky Helmet damage from Garchomp or any other Pokemon on his team rocking Rocky Helmet as well. The investment, just some minor speed creep. I didn't really need the speed per se. I could have been a lot more bulkier, or even to the point where I couldn't even run no speed. I'm just like creeping like uninvested Arcanine in case for some reason the Arcanine is a bit more defensive in nature. And the 20 HP investment with the 156 defense and the impish nature, it lets me take some specific hits, more so surprisingly, or probably to no one's surprise. I take a, let me see, it's a reckless, I take a reckless Brave Bird from Staraptor after Stealth Rock, and if it's not adamant. If it's jolly, I live. If it's adamant, it's a roll in his favor. I can also take a +2 unboosted Play Rough from Mimikyu after Rocks as well, and even +2 Earthquake from Garchomp is doing like around 70 max to my Great Tusk. So yeah, they're just a very solid mon in general, and it also gives me a way of checking Lucario if its Sword Stance, as that thing cannot OHKO this Great Tusk either. So yeah, it's just a very nice offensive Stealth Rock tank sort of thing to match up against his team pretty well. Then moving on, next mon is my physically defensive Goldengo with leftovers, Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Recover, and Thunder Wave. This is my third and final form of speed control. So aside from the Gardevoir and the Roaring Moon, this gives me a way of crippling his speedy mons. So basically everything not named Garchomp can easily be Thunder Wave. And if I can Thunder Wave things, I have the ability to outspeed them with my other Pokemon, which makes life a whole lot easier for me. But the main thing that this Goldengo is designed to do is to give me a better response to switch into that Staraptor. Because nothing else on my team wants to take a hit from Staraptor head on, which I really do not want to avoid if at all possible. And even without any special attack investment, Make It Rain and Shadow Ball still doing a solid chunk of damage to his team. If I have the ability to switch in Staraptor and he does not click U-turn, then barring Garchomp, something's getting Thunder Wave. That's the main move I want to click with this thing. Shadow Ball is a little bit more, I don't want to say fringe-worthy, but it's a bit more of a risk, considering he has two normal types. So the main move I want to click is Make It Rain. It also benefits the fact that if I can hit the Arcanine. And on top of that, offensive Arcanine actually cannot OHKO Goldengo from full with Flare Blast. I think the max roll was like 85% to Fist Death Goldengo. So yeah, this is my main way of getting up. This is my main Staraptor response. It's my added speed, my third and final form of speed control. If I can cripple his faster mons, which is pretty much everything, it makes life a whole lot easier for the rest of my team. So that is the Goldengo, and moving on to the final mon on the team, we are rocking with Swalot. We have an Assault Vest Swalot in this game with Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, and Earthquake. This is my dedicated switch into Iron Bundle and Tatsugiri, which is his main special attackers. Giga Drain cleanly 2 KO's Iron Bundle, and Sludge Bomb is just there to hit everything else on his team not named Lucario. Ice Beam if I can catch the Garchomp coming in predicting a Sludge Bomb or Giga Drain, whatever, and Earthquake is my means of being able to guarantee 2 KO Lucario if it decides to try to set up in my face. So other than that though, nothing much else to say about the EV spread. It's just my way of avoiding being 2 KO'd by modest Iron Bundle Hydro Pump after Stealth Rock, and the defense lets me take, I believe, I'm trying to think, I think it has something to do with like not Lucario's Earthquake, but I think it was more so like take hits better from stuff like Mimikyu if I need to. If I need to use my Swat to break Mimikyu's sub, then so be it. If it goes for Sword Stance, it doesn't really matter. I can let this thing go down, and then I can just go into my Roaring Moon and click Iron Head if need be, so I can always have a check to that thing in the back. So, with all that being said, that is a team. This is going on for a bit of a... This is going on longer than intended, so without further ado, let's move on over to the battle. Alright guys, here we are with the battle against Tinygambitking, and more or less what I expected to see from this matchup, although he brought the Tatsugiri and the Sawsbuck. There's no Mimikyu and there's no Lucario. That is really surprising. I'm really surprised to see that Tatsugiri, because I can switch my Gardevoir into that for days. But I still feel like my best lead in this matchup is going to be my Goldango. Like, worst case scenario, the worst lead for me would be the Garchomp. And if he leads off the Garchomp, I'd have a great Tusk to go out into, so it's not the end of the world. But man, I was not expecting Tatsugiri, let alone that Sawsbuck. So he brought both his Tera captains, but I really don't know what Sawsbuck does in this matchup. I'm kind of curious. Well, if anything, I would actually prefer if the Sawsbuck was his Terramon instead of the Arcanine, because if the Arcanine's in Terrasilize, I can at least Terra Blast Dragon that. My Volcarona is looking fantastic though, if I can get up some Quiver Dances. Alright, so you picked this lead, and we are off and running, hopefully. It's just one of those things with 20-minute timer that you have to like think really quick, and honestly, that's not really my it's not something I want to do on a regular basis as far as I'm concerned. So let's see what we decide to lead off with. Staraptor. Okay, so I got the lead. I got a good lead matchup. Very good lead, and he's Intimidate. That's a shock, but regardless, I don't see a reason not to click Thunder Wave in this matchup. I'm surprised he's Intimidate. Why is he Intimidate? That's really interesting. Like, I'm really shocked. Okay, he hard swaps. I'm expecting the Garchomp to come out. He went hard Iron Bundle. Booster Energy activates. Gets the speed boost. Thunder Wave. We connect. Perfect. So I don't know how fast this thing is now. I really don't know. So I'm assuming it's like +1 and half that, whatever. But I'm really surprised he went hard Iron Bundle on that. But either way, I have my dedicated response on my Swalot, so I'm okay with that. Wow, I was not expecting that turn 1. I thought Garchomp was coming in. Alright. Snowscape. Interesting. What's this going to do? Like, I mean, it boosts his physical defense, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just going to click Giga Drain. Wait, does Iron Bundle get a Roarveil? I never checked for that. I never checked for a Roarveil. So this could probably be a support set. I don't know. But he gets full parried. And this should be a clean 2 KO with Giga Drain. Yep. That did so much, my god. And what I'm going to do now is, I could Giga Drain again, but I think this time I'm just going to click Sludge Bomb. I think it goes for Blizzard. That did 0. No freeze. And goodbye Iron Bundle. So, threat gone, and Swallow picks up the first kill of the match. Great job. Man, that was a very interesting hard read there. I'm still intrigued as to why did he go hard Bundle on my Goldango like that. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, Garchomp comes out. I'm obviously not going to stay in on this. I have a great Tusk I can easily switch this thing into. I'm expecting to maybe just get up his rocks, or maybe it's just hard Earthquakes. Yep, gets up his rocks. Imagine if I was ballsy and clicked Ice Beam. I probably should have clicked Ice Beam, because Tatsugiri is dealt with by Gardevoir. Yeah, I probably should have just did that. Let me just Ice Spin it real quick. I don't need the rapid spin right away, especially because he SD'd. Oh god. Well, if you're not Yachi, which you aren't, are you Sash? You're not Sash, so down goes Garchomp. And no rough skin damage because I'm protective pads. And Garchomp is down, so quickly we're up 6-4 in this matchup as the snow is going to stop. I probably could have rapid spun, but getting the kill on Garchomp is great for me. So there goes two of his other fast mons, I guess, so to speak. This also is making my Volcarona look a little bit better. There's still an Arcanine in the back that I'm a bit scared of. And there's also that Sawsbuck. I don't know what does Sawsbuck do. I'm very intrigued. Like, I want to know, at the same time I don't want to know. Oh boy. So what does he go out into here now? I'm expecting maybe he goes back into Sir. No, he goes Sawsbuck. Why? I don't think you're killing me in 2 hits. And as much as I could preserve this thing, I think I'm just gonna try to take this thing out. Actually, I should have spun first. That could have been a mistake. I should have spun and then Ice Spinner. Yep. Damn, that did nothing! Okay, clean 2 KO. But yeah, I should have Rapid Spun. But I don't think Rapid Spin into Ice Spinner killed. Wait, was that a crit? Yep, that was a crit. Damn. Well, that's unfortunate. But I still think Ice Spinner's gonna knock this thing out. And it does. Alright, so that's 2 quick kills for Great Tusk. Well, this definitely makes up for what happened week 1. Alright, so we are up 6-3 now. So all he has left is the Staraptor, the Arcanine, and that Tatsugiri, which is gonna come out now. My god, that thing looks so tiny. Well, it doesn't really matter. I have a counter, and that's my Gardevoir, so I definitely hard counter you. Unless if you are a commander, then props to this guy. If you are a commander of Storm Drain. Okay, good. So now I hard wall you. Or not. Icy Wind. Huh. I guess this was maybe his way of slowing down Volk. That's probably it. But if that's your best, well, that really is your best way of hitting my my Gardevoir. I'm just gonna Psychic here, because Psychic should 2 KO this, and it covers him if he wants to go hard into Arcanine. Like, I lose nothing from clicking Psychic. Yeah, Ice Wind all you want. Like you're weakening me, yes. But at the same time, though, it's not really benefiting you. Yeah, it's a clean 2 KO. Like, in the end, I win this matchup. I get out of this with the win 1v1. He's gonna switch out into what? Okay, Staraptor's gonna take a crap ton from this, and I still have Gholdengo in the back. So we Psychic you. This should do like 80%, or we crit it. Okay. My God. This is crazy. So now it's 6-2. Jesus. I don't know how much that crit. I think that crit did matter. All right, now the Arcanine comes out. So this thing is definitely going to like Flare Blitz me because I'm like -3 speed. I think what I have to do at this point is probably just sack off my... I think I'm just going to sack off Tusk. So yeah, let's sack Tusk off. Actually, alternatively, I could have sacked off Swalot. So, take the Stealth Rock. He clicked Extreme Speed. Wait, why? My guy, you were faster than me. I was at -3 speed. Or -2 speed. You definitely outsped me. Well, in any case, Actually, I want to check something. I want to see if Swallow can live it. Can Swallow live a hit? I don't think it can, but I'm gonna try anyway. I will see. So let's Sludge Bomb, Flare Blitz. Okay, actually, yeah, that was a dumb play. Why did I go into Swallow thinking that why would this thing not be offensive? Okay, that was a dumb play. Okay, all right. I think it's time. I gotta force into Tera. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go on my Vulcan. I'm gonna go into my Vulcan. I'll just Quiver. He switched. Damn, I really wanted him to. Okay, he's not gonna let me Tera. He's not gonna bait. I'll try to bait the Tera out, but that's fine. +1. And now I can freely go and Terrastalize and Tera Blast. So, Terrastalize it up. We click the nice and safe Tera Blast. And we Terrastalize our beautiful Sozin into a nice and pretty dragon type. Tera Blast. And goodbye, Tatsugiri. Alright, so now all he has left is that Arcanine. Which like I said, I'm expecting the thing to be Tera Fairy. Huh? Wait. No. I'm still gonna I'm gonna Tera Blast here. But, hold on. Did I say Intimidate? Sozin. He's Intimidate! He's not Flash Fire! Oh my god! I'll Tera Blast. Actually, no, that was a bad play. That was a bad play. Oh god. I should have Fiery Danced. For this very reason. Okay, yeah, that was a really bad play on my part. If he Fiery Danced and if he didn't Tera and Fire it, I still got something out of that turn. Play rough. And oh god, okay, I got been redeemed. Fiery Dance. I'm gonna Fiery Dance now. I cannot believe it. He's not Flash Fire, and I crit him. Oh my god. Alright, so now he gets to play rough, and now he's gonna kill me. Yep. Yeah, if I Fiery Dance on the turn he Terrastalized, I could have probably won his 4-0. Oh my god. Well, this game's a wrap though. So let's get the final kill to... Let's go Roaring Moon. It's the only Pokemon I have not sent out yet. So yeah, this game went pretty fast, so let's just go for the, let's go for Iron Head. I probably could have crunched or whatever, but whatever, it's fine. E-Speed, eat that up. Iron Head, down goes the Arcanine, and that is going to be a 3-0 win. So we pick up our first win in Generation 9 with the 3-0 dub over Tinygambitking. GG to Tinygambitking, as always. That was a fun one, a quick one at that. But man, that went very, very fast. Like, Jesus, like, things were just going, like, rapid, like, just fast paced and all that stuff. Like, my god. So a couple things to talk about, after, from this battle. One of the main ones was I was really not expecting him to go hard Iron Bundle on my Goldango. I'm really still curious about what his thought process was heading into the when he made that play of going hard bundle on the Goldango. Also, a couple of misplays. Like I said, I could have probably won this game 4-0 if I had terrestrialized the not terrestrialized, if I had Fiery Dance the Arcanine right away. Like I said in the team builder, I was not expecting him to be. I was expecting him to be Tera Fairy with Flash Fire, but I missed Intimidate the first time though. Not gonna lie, I really didn't see Intimidate pop. I just assumed he'd be Flash Fire, but when I saw Intimidate lower my Volcarona's attack, I was like, wait, something's not right here. Did he? Is this real? Like, I was like very, very concerned. But yeah, I probably should have gotten a 4-0 win with this. I also should have sacked off my I probably should have sacked off Swallow 2 to the Arcanine the first time. Probably save Great Tusk in the back. But then again, either way, Great Tusk was either going to drop to Arcanine E-Speed or to Tatsugiri, because Tatsugiri was definitely faster than that. What else to say about this match? I don't know really. Like I said at the team preview, I was very, very surprised to see Tatsugiri and Sawsbuck. Like, no Lucario and no Mimikyu was very, very surprising. I think that just made things a whole lot easier for me, as far as I'm concerned. And things was just like, it was hard hitting and fast still, but the things that he brought just threw me off for a bit. Like I said, I didn't expect the Sawsbuck to come in the match. I didn't really think of Sawsbuck doing well against my team, but I guess he had his reasons. And then Tatsugiri was also a rare one. I guess he brought it for the Icy Wind to slow down my Volk. That's the only reason why I could think of him bringing Tatsugiri. But even in that sense, like, you're still hard walled by my Volk unless you prepared and did not put Storm Drain on Tatsugiri. Like, you made it Commanders, that way you could still Hydro Pump the Gardevoir. But yeah. Not much else to say about this game, to be perfectly honest. I felt like, all things considered, it went pretty well. From my perspective, at the very least. Like I said, I'm still trying to, like, get a claim to these these new mons, but at the same time though, we pick up our first win in the YCL, our first dub of Generation 9. Nice 3-0 victory. Nice balanced approach for all the mons for the most part. I think everything on my team got a kill except for Goldango. Yeah, everything on the team got a kill except for Goldango. And yeah, that's going to be enough rambling from me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. If you did, drop a comment. Check out all the other coaches in the YCL. Be sure to check out my opponent's side of the match as well. And yeah, that's going to be it from me. Again, hope you guys enjoyed. And until the next time, this is Tone, signing out for now. Peace out.